Live from the Breaking News and Weather Authority, this is WEAU 13 News at 10.
Thanks for joining us. The latest round of wintry weather is moving through western Wisconsin tonight, with wet snow and slushy accumulations expected for the early morning drive. Let's get the latest information from Chief Meteorologist Darren Meyer. This morning, first responders found the body of a 20-year-old from Chaseburg in the Wisconsin River. According to the Stevens Point Police Department, Cole Peterson was reported missing yesterday afternoon. While looking for him, officers saw shoe prints heading into the river. Divers found Peterson and pulled him from the water. Police at this time do not believe there was any foul play involved with his death. Peterson was a junior studying natural resources at UW-Stevens Point. The university released a statement saying, in part, Cole's loss will be felt deeply by many. He was a beloved member of the UW-SP landscaping and grounds crew, an outstanding, reliable, and trusted worker, and a student leader. An investigation is underway after police say a man shot and wounded multiple people at an apartment building in Stillwater, Minnesota. A second Norfolk Southern train has derailed near Springfield, Ohio over the weekend. A shelter-in-place order was lifted this morning after no hazardous materials were found on board. As Isabel Rosales shares, one Ohio senator says he's not yet satisfied with the company's latest response. This week marks 58 years since Bloody Sunday. President Joe Biden was in Selma, Alabama to remember that day. Leaders from 2 school districts are investigating allegations of racist speech toward basketball players from Beloit Memorial High School. An exhibit making its way across the Badger State is shedding a light on a part of Wisconsin history that's not always told. WEAU's Daniel Gomez shares how it's giving a voice to the LGBTQ+ community. The exhibit is free to everyone in the community. It can be found on the first floor of the McIntyre Library on UW-Eau Claire's campus. From changing a tire to checking oil levels, Girl Scouts in the Chippewa Valley got the chance to learn about vehicles. Through an event at the Chippewa Valley Technical College's Transportation Education Center, CVTC staff also showed the Girl Scouts how to check the battery and change the oil in a vehicle. The automotive instructor at CVTC says she hopes the girls not only learn what goes on in a car, but sees there's a place for women in the automotive industry.
They get a chance to see someone like myself, but not only that, but we have 4 other girls that are actually in the automotive industry and the diesel industry helping these girls tonight. So it gives the chance to see that there are females in this industry.
There were around 30 Girl Scouts at today's event. They're working to get a car care badge. The automotive instructor says she hopes the girls were able to see vehicles aren't intimidating. The Badgers face the Gophers in a Big Ten border battle. Philip has game highlights coming up in Sports Scene 13. First, why a new therapy dog at a Wisconsin police department couldn't come at a better time. Some Milwaukee police officers describe one recent hire as the best decision the department has made in decades. She's not your typical officer, though. Christina Van Zelt explains why her addition to the team has been instrumental to first responders. Usually, police canines are good boys and girls, but that wasn't the case for one officer and his 4-legged partner. We're heading into the first full week of March, and after tonight's wet snow, there may be more on the way later this week. Chief Meteorologist Darren Meyer has your Fox forecast coming up next.
So again, still days to watch, but that might be more of an impact rather than the one for tonight.
Well, it looks like, winter's not done yet here in western Wisconsin.
And on the calendar, we still have, at least a couple weeks, but March is one of those fickle months. It can go either way.
Sure is. Thanks, Darren. Coming up next in Sports Scene 13, the Bucks look to rebound from their first loss since January. And Wisconsin looks to close out the regular season on a high note against Minnesota. The temperature was so nice earlier today that it's hard to believe that we're talking about snow now.
Yeah, that's what happens in March. You can get some of those milder days, and then it cools just enough as precipitation comes in to be snow.
Thank goodness for that. Thanks, Darren, and thank you for joining us. Have a great night.